hottest station is now live for your enjoyment with host Iambranded.
I think her personality is one where it's. I feel like if there's a lot of people out there that's really listening and paying attention, this young lady definitely has it going on as far as confidence. She is a beautiful person inside and out, and I'm lucky to have Alissa Cavallaro here on Legacy Showcase, brought to you by Nexxlegacy.com. Miss Alissa, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How's your day going today? And no school today, right?
Yes, it's been going pretty well. Luckily, the weather has been beautiful today, so I'm just hanging out.
Well, I'm glad I have the opportunity to be able to spend a little bit of time with you because, aside from I know your team and your family is real deep in helping you grow and advance in your career of what you love. So I'm definitely fortunate to have you on to be able to talk about a couple of things. And I'm going to start off by just asking you exactly. There's a campaign that you actually have going on with a hip hop legend by the name of Big Daddy Kane, right?
Yes.
Explain a little bit about this campaign that you have going, and also there's a song that's attached to it as well.
Yes, it's called the Don't Be Pushed Around campaign, and me and Big Daddy Kane have teamed up because bullying is such a broad topic that people discuss, but haven't really done anything to make a change to, which is why we collaborated and wrote the single Journey Isn't Over, and it will be released on June 11th. I will actually be having a single release party, which will also be on June 11th in the city. If anyone's interested in coming, please, hit me up on my social media or through my publicist, Angelo, Double Exposure Media, any of that. And, yeah, we decided to make a bullying campaign because it is such a huge topic, and we're losing lives every day due to bullying. So, yeah, that's pretty much why we did that.
Is it going on not just in your school, or you may have friends or people that is in dire need of a campaign like this, but when you look at just how things are with social media, there's bullying there's upfront and close and personal bullying at school. There's so many different things going on. What are some of the things that you can be able to help educate the kids on, just to not just being a person being bullied, but also the person that's bullying? What are some of the things that you can be able to help as far as educating these young kids that it's not good?
Well, I can help educate young kids by trying to tell them that it's okay to be different and it's okay to have your own confidence and to not let people put you down. Because in school, okay, high school popularity is not going to get you into college. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. That's just a few short years that you have, and to make the best out of it and to know that maybe the bully has the same problems as you. Maybe he's bullied by other people and is insecure about himself and doesn't have confidence either, which is why he picks on other kids. Or the bullied to where they're feeling very defeated with themselves because, other people are putting them down and making them feel worse and pointing out their insecurities.
I think that's amazing to have someone like yourself just to be able to be a catalyst for not just the kids, but also being able to talk about certain things because, online social media too, Alissa, has a lot of those things. You see it not just from kids, but adults too. It's kind of running a little crazy nowadays, right?
Right. Bullying goes on everywhere now. It's through even work, social media, school, face-to-face, physical, mentally. Bullying goes on everywhere, and just the littlest things, like, saying someone looks ugly. That's bullying. That's putting someone down. If you're going to, if you don't have anything nice to say, the best thing to do is just to keep quiet and keep things to yourself.
How did you get a chance to interact with Big Daddy Kane, and how was you guys' interaction once you guys met?
Well, my publicist, Angelo, is actually Big Daddy Kane's publicist as well, so he kind of put us two together. And once we met together, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous at first because there's this rap legend standing right in front of me, and I'm just like, wow. Like what else to sing? But then after that, I really warmed up to his presence. His rap on the track is absolutely amazing, and we both had a really good time performing and interacting with each other.
He's one of those kind of people, because I interviewed him some months back, and it's even his voice, his presence, just the vocal presence that he has. Trust me, I was kind of the same way too. I was kind of like, wait a minute, am I really talking to this guy? It's funny how impactful just certain people can be, just from not just a distance, but you met him up close and personal. So it's funny how it works. So we're both in the same place, Alissa.
Mhm.
Alissa Cavallaro is our guest on Legacy Showcase, and for the most part, going through a lot of your music on Reverb Nation and just kind of just getting to know you, without getting to know you, of course, until today. One thing I've taken from you, being a person that loves music, I love passion that comes out of young kids, and you have a gift that I feel like is going to be that catalyst to not just help yourself grow and become better and stronger and more powerful in a lot of ways, but also inspiring other kids to be able to do something that you love. So when you first started doing music, did this kind of come to you naturally, or was it something that you just kind of kept saying that, hey, you know what, if I keep practicing, I'm going to actually take this to another level?
Well, I always loved to sing. I was always a diva. Ever since I was born, I always had a little stage, and I always, wanted to play instruments and sing, and I looked up to so many people who are in this industry. And then one day I was just singing, and it didn't sound bad. So that's how we kind of spiraled into this, me and my family. My family at first doubted me, thinking, maybe she can't face the rejection. So I went on an audition actually for acting. My first audition, I got a final call back for like an American Girl doll movie or something like that. And my parents, and I walked out of the room, and I was just like, it's okay. I'll get the next one. And my mom was like, maybe she can do this. And that's how I started singing. I did a lot of community theater. And then once I won Amateur Night at the Apollo at age 8, my parents finally decided that, maybe she does have the guts to do this. Maybe this is what she wants to do. And ever since then, I've been recording. I lived in California for a while. I made an album a while back. And, I've just been doing what I love. And I couldn't ask for anything better. My parents support me, and my grandparents support me. And I'm just so grateful and thankful to have such a team of people built around me that just love me so much. And I love them right back as well. Even Double Exposure Media, I can't thank them enough for what they've done for me so far.
Where do you see yourself? You have the single coming out, and it's not only as a single with Big Daddy Kane, it's also a campaign of sorts to help stop bullying. Is there more on the horizon for Alissa Cavallaro as far as albums and videos and things of that nature? Because, hey, I got to tell you, Alissa, I love your EPK. Just you're on YouTube. Like, I just love your presence. You have a lot of energy that I just kind of felt like, hey, you know what? This young lady is real inspiring, even for an old guy like myself. So I'm pretty impressed.
Thank you. I do have an album that will be released prior to my single release party. It's called Own Your Throne, and it will feature a lot of different tracks, a lot of different things, some songs in Spanish even, because I write songs in Spanish as well, a whole bunch of R&B kind of acoustic stuff. And, yeah, of course, obviously I'm planning on doing more videos on future singles that are going to be released. And, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of things that the public eye should be looking out for.
That's amazing. Alissa Cavallaro is our guest on Legacy Showcase. You can also follow her on Twitter at Alissa Cavallaro, Cavallaro, and she is also brought to you by AlissaCavallaro.com, which you can go ahead and get onto her website and take a look at everything when it comes to what she has going on. Very proud of you. And a couple of more questions. When it comes to everything you see as far as self-promoting, and I know you have your team and Double Exposure and things like that, when it comes to creativity and things of that nature, how do you see not just yourself but the industry when it comes to just being a creative voice? Because you kind of know how it is, Alissa, when it comes to different styles that people have. You try not to copy their styles. You try to do the best you can and just be an individual voice in a world filled with singers and rappers and things like that too. So how do you fit in this world?
Well, I like to sum myself up as an R&B artist with an acoustic flair. Because I put things like a ukulele into an R&B song. You may think it won't fit, but it actually does, and which is why I think I'm different nowadays, because I'm doing something that people don't really do as often or have never done before, which is why, people are following me and like my music, because I'm something fresh. And I like to be a real musician as well. I don't really base things off a computer as much as people do. Now in this generation, I like to put my own instruments and play my own instruments on tracks. And yeah, I've been doing what I love. And if people, you're always going to get hate. That's something that comes with this industry. People are always going to hate on you, but it's okay, because as long as you're doing what you love and as long as you're confident about it, then who cares what other people are saying about it?
Between school and everything that you have going on, how do you find time to still stay on with your studies?
Well, I'm very on top of my schoolwork. My parents and myself agree that school always comes first. Thankfully, my average is very high right now, so I don't have to worry about kind of taking a break from singing to do school. But yeah, I'm just a very driven person, you can say. I don't need to compliment myself. That's just how I am. I like things perfect, and I like things the best that they can be. So that's really how I keep things balanced.
This summer, I know it's going to be a busy summer for you with albums and videos, I'm sure, and everything under the sun musically. But is there anything that this summer has to offer for Alissa as far as playtime? Is there any Disneyland visits or any any kind of things that you're going to be doing outside of music?
I don't really know. I was actually thinking about getting a job, to be honest.
Okay.
Just hanging around over the summer, maybe do some babysitting, that kind of stuff. But other than that, obviously I will still be doing music. I probably will have a lot of performances coming up, which I'll keep everyone updated through my social media. And that's pretty much it.
One of the things that I like about you, and you're 15, right?
Mhm.
One of the things I like about you is because it seems like you have a plan, even when you don't have a plan. Like, this summer I think I'll work. And most kids your age, they're talking about trying to go to as many different places as they possibly can and do certain things, and it's very refreshing and very nice to be able to hear that. And I know there's a lot of kids that is aspiring to be more, but they don't have direction, or they don't have the kind of, let's just say, hookup that you have. So when it comes to the kids out there that don't know or don't have a certain avenue to be able to go through like you did, what are some of the advice you can be able to give some of these kids out here who's trying to be the next Alissa Cavallaro, or the next Jeanette McCurdy, or any other of these popular kids out there?
Well, what I would say is just keep practicing. Be the best you can absolutely be. Get yourself exposed. Go on Craigslist. They have plenty of auditions. Get yourself out there. Don't stop believing in yourself, and don't let others put you down, because if you're doing what you love, then that's what you should be doing, because you can never not have fun if you're doing something that's your passion, and just keep following your dreams and just keep making goals for yourself.
You know what? That's beautiful. And before I let you go, when it comes to all your social media sites, and of course you can follow Alissa on Twitter at Alissa Cavallaro. Cavallaro spelled Cavallaro. And also you can hit up her website, which is alissacavallaro.com. What are some of the things that you like and don't like about social media?
Well, some things I do like about social media is, of course, it keeps people updated on all your shows, what you're doing, like your latest events that are going on, and they just really fill you in on what other people are doing. But some other things that I don't like on social media is that some people can get a little, a little nasty sometimes, but it's okay. That's why there's a report button next to the comments.
There you go.
But, yep.
Very cool, very cool. And you know what? I
Yeah.
appreciate you for coming on and hanging out with us. And please, when the song drops and it drops on it drops June 11th.
Mhm.
Okay. When you're done, even before your party or after your party, if you can come back on and promote the single and the campaign, because I love what it stands for. I love that you are attached to this, and big shout out to Big Daddy Kane for help usher in something that I think is important for our young kids. So please come back and hang out with me and promote the song, and it'll be available for sale on iTunes, right?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to your project and things like that too. So Alissa, thank you for taking a little bit of your Memorial Day time to hang out with me and the listeners out here on Nexxlegacy Radio, and thank you for being that kind of young lady that other children can be able to be inspired by. So thank you, dear.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.
Nexxlegacy Radio.